Hey guys, Danny Go here. This isn't actually a weekly results show. This is going to be a new series. I'm just going to do some of the best activities that I view on each planet, starting today with Cyrene, just because I'm on Cyrene. I didn't really get to participate in any of the events, unfortunately, so far. Woke up really late, slept in a lot, so that was great actually. If you need sleep, you need sleep. So better that I, you know, get extra sleep than that I, try to go to some of the events. But also I was in office. So didn't get to play a lot this week, and some upheaval in my life too. So, um, just it is what it is. And just see where things fall. But I didn't get to play a whole lot, and it's a good time also to launch a new series because I feel like the other series, I like it, and we're definitely going to continue with that. But I don't feel like it is a weekly series. I feel like it's a little bit overdone as a weekly series, which has become more about an update about my life than the actual results of the game, just because there's not really enough to talk about. So, especially on a week like this where I just didn't, I didn't get a lot of time to play this week. So, I think that maybe monthly or, as it makes sense, but I think probably at least monthly for the results. But let's move into this new series. And let me see if we can actually, it'd be nice if we could. Okay, so this is it. Just pulling up this website. It's called cyrenedream.org. So it's cyrenedream.org. It has these locations for missions. I actually kind of know where this is, but this is good here. So the first one we're going over, and probably sometimes we'll have multiple things we go over, but this one I feel like just to talk about taming, and why I think it actually is really helpful for your game. Um, I, I think this one is better just as a full episode. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna tame Penalians. So the nice thing about Cyrene Dream, if you it has different sections. I can go repeatable missions. It'll give me a waypoint, so I can just um, pop that waypoint into the game. It'll tell me where it is. I already know where it is, but it's just nice that you can grab it right off of there, like so, and then you can run with it, if you don't know where it is. And the funny thing, and sometimes I even get a little lost on this one because it's a little bit confusing where it is exactly. Am I even at the right teleport? I feel like I am. Maybe. No, I'm not. What did I do? Well, let's see. How far does it say I am? Wow. Under 50 meters. I guess it is kind of a little far from here. But whatever. Oops. Yeah, it seems like the game is a little choppy right now. Actually, as far as I can tell, my computer is running pretty smooth. That's okay, right? That happens in EU. The game gets choppy, so especially with all the people here. Yeah, I wish I had made it to the events, but yeah, just I woke up and it was like 10 a.m. So I'm like, wow. Actually, it was like 10:20 when I woke up, and I was like, I would have showed up like an hour and 20 minutes late to the the SSI event. I don't know if there are other events, but I'm just like mentally I'm just not there right now. So we want to do the low level taming daily. I'll say turn in daily. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. I want to do no, no, no. Okay, come on. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Low level taming daily. I mean, the turn in daily. Turn in daily. I did it once. It might be good if you're super low level. But I did not find that it moved me enough to be worth turning them in. So unless you're super low level. So for this one, let's go back here. Or teleporting. So this one, the reward is about 0.08 in animal taming. I guess if we did a, no, I'm sorry, it's 0.04 for the low level one. If we did one of the, like a turn-in daily, it would be about 0.01 in zoology, which is a lot less zoology than I get during hunting these. And that's a big thing is that this, I mean, I rely a lot on tree cutting for zoology, but actually, this actually gives me more zoology than tree cutting, quicker, a lot quicker. Not to say that tree cutting is not important because it is, because this is not going to give me all the skills I need, but this has definitely really helped my looter, and so being that this is really helping my looter, plus giving me a lot of other good skills. Let's see, maybe I can throw it on main. Maybe I can get a progress in here because it's pretty nice how many skills you get with this. There's like so many people here right now. I think it's just like really waiting on the server. I mean, I think that they kind of like have the servers to be, pretty good for the normal number of people, but if you get a lot, like in an event, it can be a little weighty, which I think is what we're experiencing. Because my actual frames, rendering and everything is going just fine. So fortunately, this is like the game. It's a little bit not happy with all the people or lag or whatnot. So I have an unlimited moccasin, so that's nice. I mean, if you just wanted to do this a few times, I think it'd be worth using like a limited stuff. But if you're more committed to it, just depends how much ped you have in the game, because unlimited whips are not cheap by any means. But you know, um, you know, um, interesting. It just depends what you want. I mean, if you want to do like something like this a few times, I think some limited ones could make a lot of sense. It just how much you're gonna do this sort of thing. So I don't know. I mean, I would say this is maybe the most important mission for me, skill development wise here. I mean, maybe not my favorite mission, but I think it's pretty important, or or good. It depends what you want to do, but I mean, if you're hunting, you know, zoology is going to come down to be a pretty big thing for you over time, I think. So I like to do these in the cave, just so I don't have to deal with people and stuff. But we'll see my skill gains, and I think we'll see some pretty high skill gains here. I'm not like super low level in taming, but I'm not high level either, so I'm pretty newish, but also not like super new. Got some decent levels anyway. But even still, the gain is pretty strong for me here. So for these, we'll just try to do like whatever is a natural length for these topical videos, and let's see where that goes. And sometimes I'll do multiple ones, but this one I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna hope to do some from every planet. It may not be, you know, it'll be when it is, Um, it's not like I'm starting on Cyrene because like, oh, Cyrene is my most favorite planet. Although it's a pretty nice planet. It's probably at this point top three, maybe top four. I don't know. I like it a lot, but there are a lot that I like. But I just happen to be here, and it's also, when I'm here too, because if it's like I'm here and it's like I'm on a planet and it's like a weekday. I mean, this is a Friday, but I actually get Fridays off because I work Saturday. Um, so we'll see where we go for different ones. Kind of slowly unfold different things. I think I may have already had a video on teaming, but um, I'm gonna make this one obviously because I'm best things to do on different planets, and this is a daily on Cyrene. I really like the Penalians for taming. They're really easy to tame, although I do fail a lot, but I don't actually mind failing on taming attempts, and the reason for that is that you get a ton of skills. You get most of the skills on the taming attempt, so you get, like, for example, 1.36 animal taming, 1.26 animal lore, and so actually, if I'm getting some failed taming attempts, I'm actually getting more skills. So that was just a flat out, I killed it. It didn't tame. But you can see even still, my animal taming, for example, is at 1,656 skills, and I'm still gaining, over full skills on them. So, I don't know when it's going to get down to below full skills taming, but probably above 2,000 skills. So we're gaining pretty fast. And I swore that I repaired my whip, but I guess I forgot to. Okay. This is not off to a great start, but it's okay. It's okay. Um, yeah, that week was crazy. I almost didn't make a video this week, but I wanted to keep the momentum going because I feel like we've had a lot of I've had a lot of great support on YouTube, and that's something I really appreciate, and so I want to build on that. So I nearly didn't do a video this week, but I'm just like I'm gonna do it. So I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, let's get this whip repaired and get back to it because it's not that hard to do. But you can already see, I'm getting some pretty good skills in here. So I do kind of like to do some updates on my life. So um, yeah, not big stuff, but some of my investments are starting to go well. So I'm gonna start continuing to work on some of my long-term investment goals. Um, just kind of reorganizing stuff. I had got kind of investing is it's a very mental game. Um, One of the things that is known and you can easily read about it. The psychology of investing um, is that losses are twice as painful, maybe even more than wins. So, for example, if you have a stock trade and you lose $1,000 on it, that is far more painful losing $1,000 on a stock trade than making $1,000 on a stock trade is pleasant, you know. Um, Now, I think that they say it's like at least two times. I have a feeling it's significantly more than that. I mean, probably varies person to person. I think different people, different things. I mean, to me, I would say losses tend to be like, if I had to guess, I'd say four times the pain. So, kind of had gotten into a state of just not invest. Well, I basically went for like zero risk investments for a while just because I got so beat up emotionally. Even though my results weren't awful. I mean, they weren't good, but I had a trade that was just like it just kind of unfolded. But I knew long term it would come back, or I believed. Some people didn't believe it would, but it is coming back now. So whether or not I sell out or start getting some big dividend payouts, I don't know. We'll see how that plays. I would prefer to sell it and move on. But in any case, if it doesn't sell, I'm expecting some pretty heavy dividend payouts. But it just kind of mentally puts me back in a place of continuing my projects that I was working on. I kind of had a vision of how I was going to do things, and I want to continue on that vision. Kind of my final stage of portfolio building. Um, I mean, there's a lot of work to do on that, but I guess the time away from investing has also added a lot more clarity to me on exactly what I want to do. I mean, a lot of the details haven't been there, but I've also kind of learned a lot about myself. Um, that one of the problems with me is that I just don't stick to plans. Um, so I need to be really thoughtful of not trying to pounce on like what happens. One of the big problems is I tend to pounce on opportunities that I see, but they don't really go along with my plan. And then when those opportunities don't play out, my plans start to unfold. So I need to be more I mean, not that I don't want to be opportunistic and whatnot on um, opportunities, but on the other hand, I think things need to clearly go along with my plan. If they don't, yeah, I just need to stay on target, not get all sidetracked. Because that's where I am right now. I'm very. I mean, I'm actually at this point. Well, I've done very well in the past few years. Overall, I'm much further from the portfolio design that I want to have than I was actually a couple years ago. So in a way, I've got a lot more capital to get that final build. But I'm in other ways I've much further away from the goal because I've started pushing it into all sorts of things which just aren't part of that plan. Just because they have zero risk. And they're also paying pretty decent upside, which is fine. But I want to just get it done, want to hit my goals. Basically, my goal is basically sort of a high dividend portfolio, with about 10% yield. So I want to be sort of at minimum pushing 20,000 in dividends a year. That means about 200,000 invested, pumping, um, you know, um, pumping out 10%. That's 20,000 flat in dividends a year. That's kind of the build goal. I'm basically kind of mostly a high dividend investor. But anyway, and I'm more turned into a like really low dividend investor just to minimize risk because it kind of emotionally all beat up, you know. But I mean, it's just the psychology. I mean, you have to. On the other hand, you have to respect where you are psychologically because if you're not in a place to do things, then you're not in a place to do things. Don't if you're not in a place to make a good investment choices, there's nothing wrong with throwing it into a safe, high yielding, interest account. That's paying 5%. Nothing wrong with that at all. Better to throw, like analogy of football, throw a safe pass than to throw one that's risky. If you're not there to mentally to be sure that you're doing the right thing, then just keep it safe. That's maybe also where I am. Also, I think with EU, in some ways, I think that segments in here. I mean, I'm doing fine, but a lot of it is just I've been getting so much, from all these streams, these video websites, game apps, and while my results have been good, I mean, most people, I think my results are very good. Because a lot of people are doing the same thing and they're still having much worse results. So I think that there's something good about the way I'm approaching the game. That's why I'm doing my series. Hopefully, you guys can learn something from the Profit or Not series. But branching out a little bit into this, you can see I'm getting pretty intense skill gains here. Animal taming, 2.4 points. So that's quite a lot. I'm getting some pretty intense skill gain. I'm not seeing the zoology pop up. That's a big one, but it will happen. But overall, this is a pretty intense skill gain here, right, for me. So this is sort of very, very good. I don't know why, like this taming mission says, why is it not counting any of these as being tamed? Wow. Did that mission break? Um, Unless I've literally tamed zero. I don't think that's possible. Have I tamed zero? Am I just killing them all? No, I've tamed. Wow. This has never happened to me where it must just be a display thing. What's it called? Pet Master. Oh, okay, so it's just a weird display thing. It wasn't updating, but it actually was updating. But yeah, I'm at 11 so far. So I mean, to be honest, the skill gain is so strong that I could do this on non Penalians. But I like this mob too. There's some high MU. There's tail tips, which are quite good MU. There is scrap metal. There's a lot of good MU on this mob, so that's and plus you get the bonus that makes it this a pretty pleasant one to tame. Plus, it's also not too damaging. So you can see I'm not really losing hardly any hit points. Like if I'll take like a 3.8 hit point there, but I'm actually, over time, I'm not even needing to heal doing these. I mean, maybe for players who don't have as many hit points, not as much evade and stuff, maybe you will need to heal. That's another thing too. I don't even need to use armor. I don't need to worry about healing. Um, I am getting quite a lot of failures on some of these taming attempts, but I don't even value putting on a taming ring because that's just less skills to me. Because actually, the best point for the skill is the actual taming attempt. So if you fail a taming attempt, to me, on a mob like this, it may actually be a slight positive. So, and with all these skill games, that's definitely part of why I consider it to be, to me, this is one of the most important things I do on Cyrene. Now, this is actually the first time I did it this week on Cyrene, even though I've been here for several days. But just so haven't been in a place to play, and also have also just been a little mentally psyched out from the game. To be real, I mean returns have been good, but it's just been such a struggle. So I've been enjoying it, but on the other hand, taking a little bit of a step back is kind of not a bad thing at all. So I'm gonna have a lot of links in my descriptions for pet sites. Um, Obviously one of the bigger ones I do is Ludius IO. I again got another 100 pet crate this week. I think that was my third 100 pet crate. If you switch over to here, you see I have 124 pets for collection when I hit Cali, and that's pretty wild because let me go. What was my? Let me actually just finish taming this one. No, it's already done. If we do my withdrawals, on 5/1, so only 10 days ago, I got 210 peds. So 9 days later, I mean, obviously this was a very lucky result, getting a 100 pet crate. That's not super common by any means, but I did achieve it. My third one. So, in only 10 days, I've got 124 pets. So you can see there's potential here. And if you've done an offer, which can just be like a video thing, really, I mean, you get quite a lot. Like I'll do Watch, I'll get 32 crates pretty quickly. Although I know some countries it doesn't pay very well. It is kind of somewhat country based, the pay, but there are various ways you can do an offer. And you get pet crates or you do a crate hunt. But you get one crate hunt if you haven't done an offer. You get 3 if you've done an offer. You can see I have 32. I think that was just like an watch that I recently did that I didn't open yet. I guess it's 8 minutes till I can crate hunt again. You create once an hour for 3 if you've done an offer. And then you can do like mining, various activities like hunting to get stuff. So you can get 1 pack, 5 pack, 10 pack, 1 ped, 10 ped, and 100 ped. So I got another 100 ped this week. That's my third 100 ped of so far. So you can get quite a lot here. Also really recommend Misplay. I get between 100 ped and 200 ped a month from Misplay, just playing little app games. My goal, and I do basically, my goal is I basically get 100 units a day in the game or more. So that basically guarantees 100 ped and sometimes 200 ped a month from Misplay. and I just get it to PayPal. You get a Visa card too, and then put it in the game that way. But I just get to PayPal and then put it in through PayPal into the game. Um, so Misplay is really good. I have a referral link there, and then Atlas Earth. It's not in a lot of countries, but I know it's expanding. So hopefully it'll be in more countries, and I have a referral link there. It's really good. You at least in the U.S. you can get it takes a while, but once you get up, you can get like um, you can get about a little over 2,000 pets a year in the game, all free to play. I'm only about halfway to that sort of total, maybe a little under halfway, but making pretty good progress. I would say if I didn't do any, if I just did the boost, which would only be like take a few minutes a day to do all the boosts, I would probably average like 900 pets a year. But obviously, it's a lot more to the um, get the lands to get that full payout. You have to be involved. Like you can watch like an ad every 20 minutes, and if you watch 50 ads, you can buy a land. And so the lands basically are then what pays the income, and then you get a boost to get more income. Um, it it's one of those things that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you study it and you understand it, it's quite a lot over time. It's basically 2,000 pets a year once you get to kind of the full build. I mean, there's even more you can do, but it's a sort of law of diminishing returns. Once you get basically if you get 150 lands and one badge, that's like over 2,000 pets a year. But there are things you can do, like I get 9 more badges, and that'll give me a 5% even more. And then you can buy more lands, but it's like tiered, so I have to get and you go over 150, and it automatically drops you to a lower tier. But so that's bad news. But you have to kind of save up, so you get like 70 more lands. You can get more. Eventually, it can get quite intense at the higher levels, but it would take forever. So I don't even know. I don't know. I guess it just depends my sort of mental state of what I want to do, how much I want to try to keep pushing. Obviously, when I get that basic build, it makes a ton of sense for me to get 5% more with 9 more badges. Now getting 70 more lands to kind of move up a little bit through the next tier, or that becomes less clear how much sense it makes. Um, but on the other hand, the good thing is he wants to get that build, at 150 and one badge. Now or I have like I think I'm at like 60, 65-ish and one badge. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm pretty decent. Not quite halfway, but I'm progressing very well. But if I don't want to push a whole lot, it's like you can just log in for just a few minutes every day, and you know at that point you're just 2,000 that's a year, no problem. Even a little bit over 2,000 really to be real. It's pretty good. Um, but yeah, just kind of see what opportunities come as they go, and be going a little bit slower in the game. Just it's also a great time. It's summer. Finally, it's summer. Get out and do some stuff. So it's a great time for me to step away from the game a little bit, get out in the nature. And I'm finally in good shape. I mean, I got a lot of work to do, still, but I would say I'm in good shape now, Um, if I wanted to go for a 2-hour hike, I could do that. Um, the biggest thing for me is just thinking through a lot of things. Um, how to, you know, through a lot of the logistics of that. I just have to be a little more careful than some people just because of, some of my things. So I just have to be more well planned. But I can do it. Just being prepared, and that's one of the problems. I'm not a very prepared person. I have to really think things through, um, like water and all that stuff. That's something that I have to be much more mindful of than a lot of people. But yeah, I can, I'm at a point I can go for some 2-hour hikes and stuff like that. That would be pretty awesome and see some of the things I can do. So, I like, places I can go, and I can do a lot more now than I could in the past. So that's really opens up some exciting things to try. Just gotta get my act together and learn to plan, you know. Um, as a younger person, I didn't need to, but now I do. But it's great to be in that sort of shape and see where it takes me, you know. So usually what I do, because I start running out of storage, I start throwing them in here. Um, yeah, and I always get sidetracked in these. Very sidetracked. Hopefully it's not too much. It is what it is, I'm always gonna get sidetracked in these. It's just you hate it, you hate it. If you like it, you like it. It just is what it is. It's just me, so it's not gonna be different than that. Try not to be too morbid. Try not to be too, you know, because I like I like life. I enjoy things. Um, It's easy to. I think I tend to make it sound like I don't know. I talk like in a very negative way. I feel maybe I don't know, but it's not really negative. I don't know. Just, I'm a confused what I say when I talk. I just like it's all over the place. Kind of like a stream of conscious. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'll probably call it a video here. You can just really see. Hopefully, you're seeing some of these skills. It's been pretty intense. Hopefully, you can read it. On my preview monitor, it's like so small. The preview monitor, it's not at all like what you see. I'm pretty sure you can read it, but I can't really read my preview monitor at all. But it's also like 5, 6, 7 times smaller than what you're gonna see. So I have no idea how it actually looks. But definitely gaining some intense skill gains. Let's see, halfway through, a little more than halfway through, I've gained, I guess, 6 points in whip and from 1361 to 1367. I've gained, hmm, I guess, about 6 points in animal lore. Animal taming has been 10 points, and you can see I'm still, not, I'm at pretty low levels, but I'm in the mid thousands on these, and I'm still gaining pretty fast. So I would say this is pretty strong skill gain, actually. I don't know if I've gained any zoology, but I've been gaining a lot of good other skills of aid, melee, agility, combat sense, anatomy. Guess the zoology is kind of evading me today. Just funny because that's one of the big points of why I was saying do this is the zoology, but sometimes you just get what you get. Sometimes you get a lot of zoology, sometimes you get a lot of animal taming, sometimes you get a lot I feel it's a little random what you get, but definitely the skill gain has been, my whip skill, 1.281 there. So that's not a low level skill exactly. So it's pretty strong. So anyway, I think this is a good place to stop for the first one of my sort of best things to do on certain planets. I'll have to have a little bit better of a title on there, but I'll probably do one for each planet because of a bucket, have a title based on that planet bucket. And hopefully that brings more people in. And I really encourage you to, if you're interested in the results, my Profit or Not series is hopefully good. And maybe a little more watchable now that I'm not doing it every week. I feel like it was getting to be a little much even for the viewers. But I definitely have some pretty good results. I'm a pretty strong skill-based player. I'm not really losing money in the game. I'm down like 6,000 pets ish. After 4 years and some change. And almost 350,000 skills. So hopefully that kind of just not that I want to like. Well, I'm trying to promote my content, so I think that my approach to the game is good. A lot of people, they start off with the premise that you're gonna lose a lot of money in this game. I don't start with that premise. I don't think you're gonna. I think if you play it right, you're not gonna lose a lot of money in this game. Um, if you play it wrong, yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of money in this game. But I don't think that's you know I don't advise playing it wrong. Let's just put it that way. I don't advise playing it wrong. So I hope that my Profit or Not series, um, hopefully, um, I think I'm a little bit of a cryptic person. I'm not always very good at explaining things, but hopefully that series it does shed some light on how to play the game. I hope, and 'cause that's kind of my hope. And I have got a lot of good positive feedback on it. Now I don't know if I'm always achieving my goal and explanation, and I do get very sidetracked. But till next time, guys, like the video. You're still here, please like the video. It helps raise awareness. Maybe you leave a comment. Follow my channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys. Really, absolutely phenomenal fans. Um, just that's why I keep making the videos. You guys are great, and hopefully we can just find more and more content and hear other platforms, whatnot. But it just I things go as they go, so we'll see where things take us. All right, have a good one, guys. Good luck in the game, and excellent. Take care.